Welcome home, brave heroes. I am Ash, and these are the submissions to the 2024 Quest Jam. Be advised there will be spoilers ahead. And now, onward. Dotha's Challenge by Tregor. Welcome, hero, to the magical arena of Elathorn. The greatest heroes of the elven race have trained here for centuries. Take up the challenge to cover yourself with gold and glory. But be careful. Your opponents have the same ambitions as you. This quest is played hero versus hero. Form two teams of 2 to 4 heroes, each the same number on both sides. One of the teams will constitute the challengers, the other, the defenders. The players place themselves around the table, alternating between a challenger and a defender, and all heroes start the quest only with their starting weapon and armor, without artifacts, potions, or other equipment. The quest map is revealed to all players at the start of the quest, and all visible monsters and furniture items, and all doors are open, and each player receives a different mercenary of your choice from the team, human for the challengers, Raven's Veil mercenaries for the defenders. The game begins with the youngest challenger, then goes around the table clockwise. Each player makes all of the monsters on the board act at the start of their turn to attack opposing players, then they make their heroes act, then finally their mercenary. Of course, a hero or mercenary who falls to 0 body points will be out of the game. You can also choose to leave the game for the price of an action. On their next turn, they will appear on their team's starting square. All the monsters on the board except wandering monsters are immobile. Opposing heroes are considered monsters. There is no limit to the number of times heroes can search for treasure in the rooms of this magical arena. Even if players know the location of traps on the map in advance, they can only attempt to defuse them after discovering through a trap search. When a hero kills an enemy, monster, or opponent, he gains a reputation token. An arena mode, basically, for opposing numbers of heroes that have to be equal, that can control each other's monsters, and the monsters behave in very particular ways. I've got to be honest, it's not super clear to me what my limitations are here. One of the rules is literally, the Magus Guard located will only attack opposing players. He can cast the Fireball spell as many times as he wants and cannot be harmed as long as there are monsters in room E. The statue has 10 health points and can only be attacked if the Magus Guard in front of her was killed. She never defends herself. Victory is won by the first team destroying the opposing statue. Okay, so that's actually one of the clear points. You have to get it to the opposing statue in some way, shape, or form and destroy it. But you have to destroy the Magus Guard first. But he can't be harmed as long as there are monsters in room E. This is room E, by the way, so these monsters have to go away. Sorry. These monsters have to go away before you can actually harm the Magus Guards to progress this particular mode of play. There are a lot of rules to this, but I think they could be condensed greatly, and I think with a lot of tweaks, this could be made to be a very interesting mode of play. So, I do want to thank Tregor for submitting this awesome quest. Anubia, the City of the Dead, by Oliver Baumgartner. You are given the task of entering Anubia, the City of the Dead, and neutralizing the necromancer Xenagos there. For this difficult task, everyone receives a holy water and a healing potion. If you return unharmed after your mission, you will receive 1,000 gold as a reward, which can be divided among the survivors. Good luck, Death Eaters.
And just what do you suppose they mean by unharmed?
Stay close to me, little one.
Little? You've got nigh a millimeter on me.
Stop arguing. It's going to take all the stealth we can muster to make it through this place alive. Stealth and speed. The elf is right. For, as the heroes meander, these blocks on the left and right bottom corners of the map will slowly move inwards 1 square per round. It is possible, in this time, that the heroes won't be able to make it to the far left or far right doors altogether if they don't roll well enough. So, this quest kind of goes hard right from the very beginning. Hopefully before the 12 rounds have elapsed that will allow the blocks to reach the center corridor and block the heroes off forever, they will have discovered that this door requires a combination of a gold and silver key to open, and is therefore pretty useless for this quest. A word of advice to Zargons running this quest: don't let this happen.
I just barely made it, but nobody else did.
This is just going to spell game over, as the heroes will now not have the time required to make it to the other door, being that they are pretty much closed off at the exact same time. This will result in a game over, as the rest of the quest is simply inaccessible. But if the heroes work together and choose quickly the left or right passages, and begin their adventure proper, then I would counsel rewarding them with a bit of roleplay last minute, getting in before the stone passes by the doorway. Now, once the stones have stopped moving, that doesn't really stop the heroes from exploring the entirety of the map. They just have to go the long way around now, whatever they do. This quest is filled to the brim with undead, but these trapdoors will allow the heroes to access a secret underground tunnel system. There are 3 rooms that can be accessed by this tunnel system, and the quest does not say whether or not they end up at a particular room, so I would place the trapdoors on the board and allow the heroes to choose where they want to go, following the trapdoor passage rule set found in the game. Both the first rooms of the left and right passages have this trapdoor, so both of these branches will lead to the same place, the central chamber. But be careful, heroes. There's a quicksand trap in this room, and the heroes will have to pass a jump check to make it to the other side unscathed, or else risk having to lose an item from their inventory should they be caught in the sinking sands. A lot of the remainder of this quest is opening doors and hoping that you don't go into a room that doesn't provide any sort of real tangible reward, such as this room with dread cultists.
I'm not afraid of cultists. Demon farm.
Oh, finally, the great chaotic one has been summoned. Surely we shall do your best.
I'm a whole lot of chaos in a little package.
Yeah, this door here is completely useless. It now leads to the corridor of dead ends. Just great. I'm really pleased with the layout of this quest, though. I think the furniture was used in really creative ways. The way that the rooms are built, it really seems like a well thought out actual architecture place. It doesn't seem like just random rooms were thrown together. And I always appreciate when I sense that sort of dedication in the details. I particularly like it when quests utilize doors and stones to block rooms off and separate them into different sections. And I like it when furniture is placed in the middle of rooms. It kind of gives the room a lot more weight and a lot more presence. And this happens over and over again in this quest. So I really wanted to give credit where it's due. Be careful in the upper left corridor. There is a deadly fog, which will rob each hero of 1 point of physical strength if they pass through it. The fog itself can only be destroyed by using holy water and has 6 speed. Physical strength in this case is body points. The creator refers to physical strength a few times, but it's consistently referring to the body points that are restored when the heroes either take damage or restore wounds. Even if you take the shortest path available to you, this is an extremely difficult quest. Will you be able to face Xenagos and put a stop to his undead ambitions once and for all? Thank you, Oliver, for this awesome quest. To play these quests and the other epic quests submitted to the 2024 Quest Jam, please visit the link in the description below. Now onward, brave heroes.